So as we are talking about touch, tactile communication, one important and primitive type of communication that organisms handle with. So it is achieved through mechanoreceptors or somatosensory mechanisms which detect physical stimuli. Okay, usually from the surface of the organism's body, that we have skin, some have exoskeleton, some have setae, some have hair on their surfaces. So usually it perceives signals on the surface and then interprets it with reference to change or variation. Okay, so the response of mechanoreceptor detects pressure, or it could be touch, it could be discomfort, it could be pain, force, or whatever information that is collected over the surface is transferred with respect to the sensitivity that it has. And there is variation in sensitivity. So different mechanoreceptors are tuned in different manner to receive different sort of sensitivities. So same skin can be more sensitive for other organisms, some can be less sensitive for a particular organism. And even in our same arm, some portions of some portions are really sensitive, some are not. Yeah. So that sort of information is called as tactile communication. So it is more primitive, and it is the primary form of transformation of information from our development. So we start by touching and feeling things. So the functions are in different manners. So whenever aggression is there, competition is there, there's a contact between different organisms which involve fighting. Okay, so fighting could be aggressive. So it includes different tactile feedbacks and tactile mechanisms. Then there is mating. So mating rituals sometimes start by tapping, touching, or by non-verbal communications that includes tactile communication. Then there is social integration. Many rodents, like squirrels, have this sort of information exchange where they either hug or sometimes even kiss or sometimes even share information with respect to touching their noses. And in this manner, they identify which organism is in front of them. So the social integration includes to know that sharing of information. So there is these exchanges that happen by touching. Okay, there is social integration, they integrate it. So I have seen many examples where squirrel, our Indian palm squirrel that we usually see around area, so they have this sort of welcome hugs and welcome kisses. So even sometimes when they see an intruder coming in, they go and then they usually exchange tactile communication, okay, in form of either hugs or kisses, or this is also called as welcome kiss. So that happens. So if the stranger is unknown, or if they don't have possibly that say chemical signatures, then they'll be eradicated, they'll be pushed out. If they are, then they'll be welcomed into society. So that sort of information exchanges happen in many organisms as well. Maybe it be ants, maybe it be bees. So all the social insects have this sort of tactile communication feedback, which is also added with respect to chemical signatures, but there is tactile background to it. Then there is foraging. Chicks always beg and poke or sometimes touch to the beak of their mother to say that I'm hungry. And then there is always exchanges of information with respect to the foraging. Then there is huddling. Huddling is also called as multiple individuals, when they come together, they form huddles, and this is very common in bee eaters. So you'll find that in bee eaters in the summer. So you'll find that in bee eaters in winter morning, so they'll be huddled together. They'll be tightly packed, looking also fluffy and all. So that is a thermoregulatory system. Okay, so they're trying to eradicate heat, and so this is a very interesting behavior that you can observe. So here it is being said that the tactile communication is used for exchange of thermoregulatory signals. Okay, so they're basically helping it or using it for thermoregulation.